Okay, it was a good win today. You know, first things first, we gave a game ball to the family of Mr. Mike Pushkar for, you know, everything that he's done for everybody around here in West Virginia with the stadium and this facility and all that stuff. Got a chance to get to know him. He'll be missed, but you know, proud of been yelling a lot today. You know, it just seemed like everything was so hard out there. You know, which you know, you look at the final score, it just seemed harder than that. But you know, the thing that I'm proud of more than anything is we made great strides with our special teams. You know, all 4 units of special teams, 6 units of special teams did well and got better. And defensively, we played really good. Offensively, we played good in the second half. We squandered too many opportunities in the first half, but got it going in the second half. So, good team win, you know, good conference win, and we'll head into the off week and you know, try to get some things accomplished, and as always, try to get a week to 2 weeks better. So, get some questions.
Did they show much 3-man front when you were preparing for this game?
Yeah, yeah, they did. You know, which you know, it was all we didn't. I may have gave up on the run too early. You know, which I'm as guilty as anybody when I tell the offense, you know, quit pressing and quit thinking you got to score so fast and all that stuff. Which first, you know, 2-3 drives we didn't do a great job and kind of started getting frustrated a little bit. Probably shouldn't have gave up the run as quick as I did, but they do a good job against the run, you know, and if they're able to stop you with you know, numbers, if they have to stop you with numbers, they will. But you know, they were doing a good job of stopping us without the numbers in the box. So it's just something we got to continue to get better at.
Coach, do you see any area that your team is maybe assuming some semblance of consistency?
Yeah, all 3 sides of the ball. You know, if you look at the improvement that we've shown in all 3 sides of the ball, I mean, it's not always going to look fantastic, but you know, consistently, we wouldn't be 5-1 if we weren't showing some signs of consistency on all 3 sides of the ball.
Coach, a couple of weeks in a row now, the offense hadn't really gotten rhythm until you've paid a personal visit to the offensive line. Is there some sort of magic in your visit there?
Absolutely not. I can't repeat any of that. You know, you know, it's like I said. I mean, you know, we have success offensively, and we all want to score every time we got it, but that's not reality. I think we're all happy with 43 points. So,
Dana, we know your history and resume coming in offensively, but Geno Smith is halfway to 4,000 yards now, and that's pretty sacred ground around here. Can you talk about his play so far, 6 games into the season?
It's still got a long ways to go, and you know, he's capable of being as good a quarterback as there is in college football. I'm not saying he is right now. I'm just saying he's capable of it if he keeps improving and improving and improving over the course of this year and next year. But you know, he still tries too hard at times. Which there was a point in that second quarter where, you know, he thought that he had some answers, which he did some things that we will address and make sure that it doesn't happen again. As far as just trying to take over the game, he doesn't need to take over the game. He just needs to play within the system, play within himself, and trust coaches and trust guys around him. You know, and once he 100% understands that and keeps getting better each week, he's got a chance to be pretty good.
Danny, you talked about how hard it was to do anything out there today, but that was true for about 2.5 quarters until Juwan Snow runs the fumble back, and then all of a sudden, is it as simple as just a spark like that just turn everything around?
Could be, without a doubt. You know, you can't win a championship unless you have 3 sides of the equation. You know, and you know, the thing I like about this team right now is all 3 sides of the ball understand what their job is and how important they are to this team. You know, so you know, if we only win one of the 3 sides and we're going to get beat, you know, sometimes you can win 2 of the 3 sides and get beat as well. So you know, that was a huge spark, and we capitalized on it.
Molinari looked like he had a pretty nice day out there.
Did, yeah. But sometimes you just got to put guys in game situations and give guys chances and see what they can do. You know, which you know, UConn didn't come after it very much, which that changes, you know, guys as well. He had some time to kick it, and the conditions were good, and he took advantage of his opportunity.
Talk about the defensive pressure you guys were able to get on McAfee, and it's got to be a welcome sight to see those guys getting in there.
The best it's been all year. I'm not sure how many sacks or negative plays that we had, but it looked to me like it was quite a bit. Like I said, defense played fantastic. You talk. We gave up 275 yards and probably 250 in the first half or something like that. But yeah, that's a heck of a second half. That's a dominating performance by our defense from, run defense to getting after the passer and creating a big turnover. So those guys did great.
Danny, you mentioned the frustrations of pressing. What's the battle like when you know what you're capable of that you saw in the second half, but when you're in the middle of that first half and you can't quite get there?
Yeah, which that's you gotta coach that. You gotta coach them into not pressing, which I pressed in the first half a little bit too, and we knew what UConn's game plan was going to be. They're well coached and they got a bunch of returning starters from a team that went to a BCS game last year. So. They're a pretty good team, and we knew what their plan was going to be, and they executed it in the first half. They kept their offense on the field. Defensively, they created a turnover, and I think we had 8 plays in the first quarter. So then your job as an offense is to hang in there. It's a long game, and not get out there and start pressing and thinking you got to score that quick, because it's all going to take care of itself if you just do your job.
Explain how you take a kid like Gino, obviously wants
Who's
to
that?
win.
I'm sorry.
Explain how you take a kid like Gino and coach him into not trying too hard. Because all you ever hear all your life is you got to try as hard as you can.
Well, I didn't say try too hard. I'm putting too much on your shoulders. Trying to make too many plays, trying to do everything yourself. Just play within the system. Just play within yourself. Effort's something that how can a quarterback give tremendous effort? The quarterback deal is mainly mental, to where he's got to make good decisions and be aware of your surroundings and let everybody else, play hard around you. So effort's something that we haven't had to talk about much around here. I think we've given great effort, but Gino's, his effort's good, but that's really not what's important for Gino. It's the mental framework of what we're supposed to be doing.
Seemed like you rolled him out a lot more than usual. It was kind of out of his comfort zone. Were you just trying to make them respect that?
Well, yeah, a little bit, but we've done that some. That's a small part of our offense, but because they were doing so much stuff in the box, and putting so much pressure in the box, it was something we wanted to do early, to where we kind of got them a little tired before we just let them rush. So we've done that. He doesn't throw the ball on the run as well as he does in the pocket, but it's something he's got to keep getting better at.
Dana, what's your mindset heading into the open week and then our road heavy, intensive schedule to end the year?
You take an off week and you focus on academics. You work, you practice younger kids. You try to remain in a rhythm from your first team guys. You get on the road and you recruit some. We'll take 3 days and go out on the road and recruit, and then we'll get ready for Syracuse. In bits and pieces throughout the week, and then when we show back up next weekend, we'll focus, mainly on Syracuse. We've been on the road once, which we handled that well, so we fully expect to handle the Syracuse road game.
Do you worry about this team's slow starts, whether these guys feel like they can just turn it on anytime they want?
No. We focused on starting fast, but UConn probably had something to do with that too. I had the best starter in boxing come here and talk to him about how you start fast, with Roy Jones Jr., who, all he talked about was get in there and start fast and beat him to the punch. Well, we just didn't do that, But we didn't sit there and take it either, so we battled them and bided our time and struck when we could.
You're big on consistency. Another big game out of Stedman today. Can you talk about what goes into that? Is it the scheme that's making him put up those numbers, or is it that he's putting himself in the position to succeed out there?
Both. The system allows a guy like him to have the opportunities to make plays. Same thing with Ivan. Ivan could have had a big day. Ivan did have a big day. I guess he had 131 yards, but he dropped a couple of balls too. So obviously the system is allowing guys like that to get stuff going. It's about making the most of those opportunities, But then the relationship with him and Gino and his ability to make plays has got him 400-yard games in a row.
All right, thanks.
All righty, thank you guys.